what we've been talking about were a result of understanding the problems that we were trying to solve and the
Okay.
people who had those problems, and then realizing that the initial proposed solution we had was not adequate for solving that problem. So as Aldrich said, the same day pay, we thought that was going to help, but turns out it was a band-aid solution. And the problem is really behavioral. What that means is that, people generally people know how to save, that they have to save money, that they have to invest, that they have to get insurance.
Yeah.
But yet during payday,
They'll always have discipline.
exactly. Prior to the pandemic, restaurants reported 47% increase in sales during payday.
Yes.
Many people complain about being broke, but a lot of them end up getting like the latest phones. So
Yep.
I want to say though that there are people who are really stuck in a very difficult situation. That problem definitely exists. That's a hard problem to solve. But a lot of people, more than we realize, are capable of attaining financial wellness if we were to tackle it from a behavioral standpoint. So because of that, we designed a solution where we can help people automatically save money whenever they get paid before the money even gets to them. So automated savings, so that the act of making the conscious decision to save is removed, because that's very painful and many people don't like that. It feels painful to save. And so by automating that, we can do it without it and help people out. And then we were testing that out in the beginning of 2020. The pandemic hit. And when the pandemic hit, the businesses we were testing the solution out with, or rather we were testing this out with employees of businesses, ended up honing in on the technology we built as a byproduct to be able to achieve this, which was a salary disbursement solution. So we had to build a technology that could disburse salaries to employees so that we could do the automatic savings. But when the pandemic hit, they just needed to pay their
the
employees.
most basic function of being able to pay your people, especially because a lot of pre-pandemic people were getting paid in cash. You're lucky to get a check. They're very lucky if it was wired to you automatically.
Yeah.
That luxury does not exist for a lot of companies. So
Is getting a check considered lucky? Really?
no, now, because dude, some people get paid in cash. All right. And especially mom and pops, dude. I swear. They still get paid in cash. So now pandemic, that does not make sense anymore. So in that said, what if that's a problem that surfaced out, what did you do as a team to capitalize on that with the pandemic?
Yeah, so I guess it's worth noting, right? Like what Don said, businesses honed in on the technology that helped them kind of pay their employees, because again, it was at that point in time, everybody was freaking out with the lockdowns. They're like, what the hell? What do I do? The banks are closed, the pawn shops are closed, nobody's allowed to go out. It was really chaotic. And I was joining all these Viber communities, and everybody's asking about payments. Like, oh man, I don't have my salary. What am I gonna do? Right? It was crazy. And we empathize with that. Like that sucked. And at that point it really wasn't, the focus was not so much on employee wellness. It was really more employee survival, because everybody had to survive through this shit, right? So and we then said, hey, actually we could help you guys pay your employees in whatever bank account or e-wallet they did, they wanted to get paid. That way you don't have to handle cash, you don't have to handle checks or anything like that. It made it a lot easier for them. So that was a little bit of an aha moment for us, when people were like, oh man, yes, I have, maybe let's say I'm a business, I had like 20 people, 4 or 5 of them use like bank A, and then the others use bank B, bank C. Somebody wanted Gcash, and we're like, okay, we'll just we can just pay them all together and save you so much time and fees, and you don't even have to leave your house.